Okay, for today's review we have Eduard's BF109 E3 Profi Pack in 1/32. First off, thanks goes out to Alclad for the chance to review and build this kit. I'm not sure, but hopefully I'll get it built in time for Telford. We have 2 weeks. This is October the 27th, so literally got 2 weeks to get it done. So we'll have to see. I haven't opened this kit. It was a new tooling in 2009, so I'm expecting quite good things, hopefully. So let's delve in and see what we've got. Oh, sorry, not the camera. Right. As you can see, it is quite a tight box. It's not a big box for a 1/32 kit, which is nice. So straight away we see we've got quite a good sized box full of goodies. We'll go straight off and we'll delve into the bottom, put that to one. So first up we have the lovely instruction book from Eduard. BF109 E3 German World War II fighter in 1/32. So everything looks lovely. There is a lot of information about the aircraft. Anybody who knows World War II knows this was the main German fighter until the Focke-Wulf 190 came out. Now, first page, we've got the tree callouts. We've got the tree callouts with, excuse me, we have photo etched, we have the parts in blue that won't be used. Your colour callouts which are in Gunsy, I won't be using those. I'll be using the Alclad 2 mil spec. Equivalent colours on correct colours. And then we go straight into the build. So we'll go straight into the sidewalls with photo etch and some more framing going in. Again, more sidewall stuff. These will be put on to the actual aircraft and the whole lot will be painted in one so it all matches in. We've got detail to be removed and the photo etch parts put on with more combing going in there. And then the sidewall fitting onto the body. Parts for the rear tail wheel and some other parts going in there. We've got the air intake and the radiators below, and then we start onto the cockpit. So we've got the main part of the cockpit with photo etch parts going in. There seems to be a lot of photo etch in this, which is good. Photo etch seat belts being made up. Pedals, which is photo etch again. More photo etch going at the seat with the belts. We've got the instrument panel, which is all photo etch, which is lovely. Pictures of it all set up. Other parts going in with photo etch. Then we come on to, this is the engine, or the gun system going together. I'm going to have this like the Spitfire I did open, so we'll be able to see it. It's not as detailed as the Packard Merlin that was in the Spitfire Mark 16. But with all the photo etch added, it should make it fairly good, so we'll keep that open and have a look from there. So it's all being done, going through. Engine, cockpit, rear firewall, all going together. Sandwiched in between the two halves as usual. Don't think these are movable flaps like it was on the Spitfire, but hey, this is like quarter of the price of the Spitfire to my Spitfire, so that's fair enough. We've got a little bit of detail inside the wheel wells, the wings coming down together with the flaps at the front going on, some more photo etch going on the air intakes and the radiator parts underneath. the ailerons and the rear flaps going on, the guns going down. As I say, these will all be open so you'll be able to see them. Radiator going on here, wheels going together. Now looking at that, they're single piece wheels, which would be fantastic. I'll check that out. So there'll be no seams in that. We've got the legs with some more detail going on them. Radiators going down, bits and pieces going on, your pitot tubes and so on going in. That's the, because if you're going to cut it closed up, you can't put the engine in. We're going to put the engine in and keep her open, so ignore that part. We come down, the front cowling going on, as we said, some more of the instrument panel going in on the top, rear part of the canopy going on with masking set, which we get in the box. Now that is a die cast masking set. The canopy all going on, prop being built and going in, and then we have the fabulous paintwork, the colours we can do it in. So we've got this one, which I'm not going to try my German out because a certain Mr. Hythrick will have a go at me. No, he won't have a go, but he'll take the mickey. So we've got the Staffelkapitan of JG51. We've got Mannheim and Sandhoven Winter 1939-1940. I like that one because I do like the decal here. We have Bassenheim in Germany 1940. Again, this is a very bright one with RLM 76 Hellblau going down there. We've got Dortmund, Germany 1940, which I wouldn't mind building that one. I've actually been to Dortmund to have a look, so that might be that one, we'll see. And then we've got all the stencil data. So as usual, a great instruction manual from our friends at Eduard. Right, so we've got 2 large bags of sprues. Get them out. Like that. So we'll go with the first. We'll do the. There you go. It's a bit hooked up. That's what you get when you have 2 sprues in one. Or 3. Now, there seems to be a little bit of sprue rub in here. Don't know how well you'll pick that up on the camera, if at all. But the detail and riveting is very good. We'll polish that out, that won't be a problem. I've got to drill that to get the aerials in. The smaller bits are looking good. No flash at all on the kit itself to talk about. Again, very fine riveting and looks very much in scale, which is the main thing. A lot of the Airfix stuff's coming out. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's got such big areas of which looks out of scale to me, but maybe that isn't, I don't know. So going through on the inside, there's nothing inside it. Right, no injection marks on the inside whatsoever, which are going to get in the way, which is lovely. Bit thin across here, so we have to be a little bit careful with it. Nice sprue, that one. Put that to one side. Have a look at this one. Now, the wings. Again, very, very nice. Thousands of little rivets and all looking great. Looks very, very nice. We've got a little bit of flash, but nothing to shout about. It's Eduard plastic, so you can probably hear on that it's quite hard, which is nice to work with, especially using Tamar extra thin. Isn't going to melt away like Airfix or Revel do. Tabs are all in the right places. Again, no marks in the way, which looks nice. On to the next sprue. We have the engine, which, yeah, it's basic, but with a wash, dry brush and a wash, that'll come up nice. The parts that have detail on them are very detailed. The guns are very nice and will go in nicely. You have the supercharger and the parts of the gearbox all looking good. The firewalls again looking lovely. Nothing wrong with that. Put those to one side just for a moment. So the next bag that to one side. Right. So on this one we have the flaps, ailerons, tails, different rudders, the main cockpit part. Again, very basic, but as I said, a nice wash or a dry brush and wash will bring that all up. Everything looks nice. Again, loads and loads of rivets, which there was in this aircraft. The prop looking really good and nice. That'll be lovely to build. There's no release marks again on the ailerons, or the flaps rather. Same on everything else. Beautifully moulded as usual from Eduard, or Eduard, however you like to call them. Right, so we have a multiple spinners, or 2 spinners for each. I'm not sure which one we'll use. If you don't fancy the photo etch, we do have raised detail, but that will all be gone for me. And again, the landing gear doors, again no release marks, which is fantastic. Lots of detail all over the parts. So again, another nice spray. We have styrene wheels with a centre seam, but we can release them with a sanding sponge. I'll remove them with a sanding sponge. We've got the actual main gear, excuse me, which is very basic, but it will do the job nicely. Again, it does have centre seams, so they can be got rid of. We've got the side walls. They've already got a bit of detail on them, so as soon as we put the parts on, the photo etch is really going to make those show up. Yeah, like the look of that so far. So we have the clear parts. Ooh, one has come off the spray, but not damaged it. So they look good. And looking at those, they are very, very clear. And this is something that Eduard has really done well in the past and again. And I mean, that is surprisingly clear without any movement, and very, very nice. And the one that's come off, a little bit of scratch, and we can polish that off with the removal system. But yeah, everything's great. We can do all that, not a problem. Okay, so that's very, very good. Okay, now I won't get these out. I'll just show them to the camera so the camera can pick them up. We've got the photo etch parts. We've got the instrument panel, seat belts and what have you. And on the rear we've got radiator grills. There is chain links, pedals, very, very nicely done. As usual from Eduard. Obviously their photo etch is #1. We have a die cut set masks. I don't use them, I like to do my own. One of these days I will start using them. And then we have the decals, which it says made in Italy, so I'm presuming that they are cartograph and will be spot on as usual. We actually have 2 decal sets, so we've got a set for the stencils. Everything is readable, which it should be on this. Cartograph, lovely. So everything's readable, nice, very thin, just what we want. Will go down lovely, I hope. And the bigger set, we have multiple German crosses, which is always good. We have the obligatory swastika, not generally shown up in the UK's stuff, and I have a set of Hannants, extra decals, but obviously we can use these on this. Lovely bright colours, looking really nice. And that hand I was thinking about doing, we'll have to have a look at that and see what we come up with later. But that is Eduard's 1/32 BF 109 E3, and personally I think it's a great looking kit. Can't wait to start it tonight. Thanks for watching.